Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Theo here. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. Instead of blind box of vinyl figures or plush pendants, we're going to be looking at clothing from Pop Mart, specifically the Hirono collection. So some of you might already know Pop Mart sells clothing also. They're mostly in collaboration with the Hirono series, so they have a lot more like streetwear styles with hats, bags, hoodies, t-shirts. And today we're going to be looking at some of these items I got from them. So today's lineup includes a t-shirt, a button-up shirt, a set of socks, and you can have Pop Mart without blind boxes. So these are fabric pins, kind of like badges that goes along with the clothing line. So let's start with the t-shirt. So all these clothing comes in these kind of plastic bags. And on one side you see Hirono on it. And then the other side is kind of like a translucent see-through kind of plastic, so you can see a bit of the clothing. I did get a size large because they do run in Asian sizes and I wear medium in the US, so large I think would fit a little bit better. I don't want it to be a little bit, not roomier, but not too tight for me, especially if I wash it, it's probably gonna shrink. And this t-shirt specifically called Hirono Living Wild Shelter Spray Painted T-shirt in dark brown. That's a mouthful. One thing about the clothing series is they are on a bit more of the expensive side. It's not high fashion per se, but it is a little bit pricier. This t-shirt cost me about, I think it was $70 USD, which is normally a bit more than I would spend on a t-shirt, but I just want to take a look at the quality and show you guys what it's like. But yeah, without further ado, let's get unbagging. So these bags do have like a airlock seal to them, so you just kind of open it up like that. This is the shirt. Oh, you can't see it with the tags. So as you saw, these shirts do come with a lot of tags. So you have like a Hirono bird tag, and these are very nice tags. So it's like textured paper. I'm not sure you can see it, but it's very textured. It also comes with a Hirono quote: "I will take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea." We also have a map, Living Wild. I guess that's a series of this clothing brand, Living Wild, and a certificate of authenticity. There's also a QR code that you can scan like the Lavaboos and everything else Pop Mart has. But let me take these tags off so you could see it a little better. The size tag in the back of the shirt does have a Hirono logo on it, along with all the washing care information. And in the front are 4 embroidered signs. We have a mushroom with a Hirono face on it. We also have, I don't know what those are, branches, leaves, and there's also a moon and more leaves. And this shirt is also an ombre color. It goes from like a lighter brown to a darker on the bottom. I guess I wouldn't call it brown. It's more like a gray, almost like a brown, green, gray. It's a very nice color pattern. I really like it, and that's why I got this one. They also have some in different colors, different styles. There's a white one I remember, but I think this one spoke to me the most, and it's very Hirono, I guess. And on the back, at the very top, there is a little patch that says Hirono Living Wild with a little jar on it. It's very on theme of what Hirono would wear, so let's try it on. And what do you think? So these shirts do fit a little bit oversized. You can see how the sleeves are a little bit longer, and they do have a kind of flare out a little bit because of kind of like the bagginess of it. And I think the fit, it's pretty well overall. It is a little bit looser than I normally like, but I think with one wash, it should shrink. I believe these are 100% cotton, so it will look pretty good. But it's nice on like a hot day where you don't want anything too tight on your body. It's just very flowy and free. I guess I do wish that the sleeves were a little bit more like fitted instead of being so flared out. And next we'll look at the button-up shirt. So this one I actually got in the medium size because they do run pretty big that I saw. And the bag is pretty much the same as the t-shirt one. So let's open it up. So like the t-shirt, it comes with a bunch of the same tags. This one's a medium, like I said. But yeah, I think all the tags are pretty much the same ones. So I'll take these off. So this one, like I said, is a button-up shirt. It kind of has like a pinstripe motif on it. And there's one single pocket over here. And there's also embroidery that says Hirono name on the other side. I like there's like a patch here that's crisscross, so it's not the same direction as the rest of the shirt. The collar is a little frayed, and that's on purpose. You can kind of see how that rugged look. It's a very interesting look of having it being very like tailored looking, but then having like a frayed collar to give it a little bit of an edge. And down lower on the bottom of the shirt, there is a mushroom on here. And here it says Living Wild Shelter. And the mushroom is on another patch, and it's fully embroidered. Everything on the shirt's embroidered. I think the shirt was about $100 USD. So definitely embroidery pattern is needed to justify the cost. And the back is pretty empty except one little part on the back, another little patch with a Hirono on it. And like up front, this is fully embroidered. So you can see how nice the details and quality is. Oh, and I almost missed it. The sleeve says Living Wild also embroidered. So let's try this on. I'm gonna wear over this t-shirt because I feel like it kind of matches, right? As you can see, it's definitely oversized. I feel like I could even go like one size smaller on this. But I don't think it'll look that good buttoned up. I feel like it's much more of a, almost like a coat that you wear over a shirt. But yeah, I'm not used to wearing such oversized stuff. I could kind of see the appeal. It's very streetwear, very popular in Asia right now. I feel like, I guess it's kind of popular in the US too, just wearing baggy and oversized stuff. I just never got too into that trend. But yeah, here is the shirt. As you can see, it kind of flares out on the back. But yeah, I think also with a wash, this is definitely gonna shrink a lot. And for size reference, I am 6 feet tall. So I am on the taller side. So even medium is still pretty baggy, and lengthwise, honestly, could be even a little bit shorter, like an inch. I don't think they had a small size, so this was the smallest size they had. It was like medium, large, and extra large. So the whole collection runs baggy in general. But sleeves do unbutton, so you could kind of cinch it up a little bit. Yeah, that's a little better. And next we'll take a look at these. I bet you can't guess what they are. And you guessed correctly, they're vinyl figures. Just kidding, they're socks. So this set comes with 3 different socks, and there's a white pair, a green pair, and a brown pair. So let's take a look at the white pair first. So the fun thing is that they're different on each pair. So this side has a Hirono and like a little mushroom hat. And once again, these are all embroidered, and the sock is in kind of like a waffle pattern. It's really nice. It also has a little tag right here on the top with Hirono face on it. On the inside, it actually says Hirono. And on the bottom of it, it says shelter. And then on the other side, it says number 0427. And I believe that's Hirono's birthday, April 27th. And the bottom on this one, that's a quote. And the quote says, "I long to take refuge in the shelter of your wings, for you are my consolation." That is very cute. Next, we'll look at the green pair. So this one has more of a quotes on it instead of imagery. So it looks like it's one sentence. This one says, "I will take the wings and dwell parts of the sea." And on the bottom, it just says kind of Hirono. It's not as interesting as the other one, but I do really like this color. You don't really see these colors in socks. And last is the brown pair. So this one only has imagery on the top of one of them. So here you have the moon, an urn or a jar, and then those leaves. So it actually matches his shirt. The moon is right here, and then you have leaves here, and then a jar was on the back of this t-shirt, if you remember that. And on the bottom, it says Hirono. It's kind of like almost like a stamped material, like an iron-on vinyl-y material. And on the other one, has the same Hirono on it, and nothing at the top. So size-wise, they do fit pretty well. I have big feet, size 11, and these are very comfortable actually. So I think they're worth the money. So they're very stretchy, so I believe if you have like smaller or bigger feet, it should work fine. They're only one size, so you can't really select what you want. And last but not least, we have the Wanderer's Palm Badges. So these are very different because you don't really see them anymore. I only seen them available once when they would drop this clothing collection, I believe. So this buy box has 6 different options. We have Forest Gems, which is Hirono in the mushroom hat, Skyward, which is Hirono's signature bird, Summit of Wishes, and that looks like Hirono in a mountain, Fossil, which is literally like fish bones. We also have Unknown Journey, Hirono's little head in kind of like a paper hat. And we also have Earthen Vessel, which is kind of like the jar, urn, vase that you see throughout this collection on my shirt and everything else. And there is also one secret. And I don't know what that is. It's just like a rectangular tag. It's 1 out of 72 chance. So 1 out of 72 chance to get one of these is very rare. Without further ado, box number 1. It's like mini blind boxes. We got the Fossil. Well, actually it says Hirono on it. So as you can see, this is all completely made of fabric, and this is all embroidered on, which is actually really nice. I wasn't expecting to be like completely embroidered. So that's a very nice detail. So a lot of work actually. And on the back is just kind of like a standard pin for clothing, and another Hirono embroidered on the back too. So it's pretty nice. Actually kind of matches my shirt. So I feel like it would be a nice little accessory for shorts or bags. And now for box number 2. These are very hard to open. You know what? I just have to open from the top. And we got the Summit of Wishes. Okay, these are really nice. You can see all the details embroidered. Hirono's face and its mountain. And he's holding a little star actually. And I really like the color pattern in this one. I really like the color scheme for this one. It's a little darker, so maybe it'll work better with darker outfits. Maybe like this shirt, or maybe on a bag if I'm wearing this shirt. I'm happy that I got 2 different kind of color schemes. I was hoping for the mushroom one, but I guess there wasn't really like particular one I really wanted when I purchased these. I just thought they were more interesting and be cool to show. Thank you for joining me today's unboxing and bagging. I know it was a little different, but I was happy to be able to show you some of the clothing that Pop Mart offered. When I was looking through it, I always wondered like what it actually looked like. And there honestly aren't that many videos on like the quality or how to fit. Yeah, let me know what you think of the video and what you think of this clothing collection. If you got any, I would love to know what pieces you got and what you think of it. Because I do think it's worth the value. The quality is there, definitely. It's just a little bit harder to splurge before knowing what it feels like or how it fits on you. And remember to like and subscribe and enjoy this video, and check out my video description down below for a link to my social and my shop. Until next time, bye.